Ladies and gentlemen, as we have mentioned, the week leading up to Thanksgiving this year is no longer a period of calm, predictable travel weather, as in milder years. Instead, it begins with a chain of complex atmospheric disturbances, stretching from the northern plains down to the southern coastline. What is notable is that these phenomena do not appear independently. They connect, interact, and in some cases even amplify one another in ways that are extremely difficult to forecast. The irregular interplay of wind, heat, moisture, rotation, and cold air creates a chaotic weather pattern in which every small detail can shift the overall outcome. This year's cold air mass from Canada is assessed to be spreading faster than expected. Typically, early season cold fronts move slowly, taking several days to progress from Montana through the Dakotas and into the Great Lakes. But according to the latest analyses, this cold surge is exhibiting a rapid slide, meaning it is moving faster than average, causing snow to erupt more suddenly, intensely, and abruptly. Particularly in Minnesota, the combination of cold air and low-level moisture is producing thick snow bands so quickly that within just a few hours an entire highway can change from dry to completely blanketed in white. Many experts refer to this as enhanced snowfall, snow that falls faster than it melts, piling up in layers, forcing even snow-hardened regions to stay on alert. The reason snow in the Great Lakes region becomes so dangerous lies in the mechanism of Arctic winds sweeping across lake surfaces that remain warmer than the surrounding environment. This temperature contrast produces intense evaporation. Moisture rises with the wind, meets cold air, and instantly crystallizes into snow. That's why lake-effect snow can create narrow but extremely dense bands of snow that form spontaneously and are nearly impossible to forecast hour by hour. A tiny shift in wind direction can reroute a snowband, burying areas that moments earlier seemed safe. Anyone who has driven through Buffalo in winter will remember scenes of snow piled so high that front doors cannot be opened, with rescue vehicles having to clear paths using heavy machinery to free stranded residents. While the north is buried in snow, the south is experiencing the opposite scenario: hot, humid, unstable, and displaying many signs of a severe storm outbreak. Warm, moist air from the Gulf of Mexico surges northward and collides with an advancing cold front, creating an abrupt temperature gradient, the perfect ignition point for thunderstorms. In some cases, a warm layer at the surface becomes capped by a cold air layer pressing down from above, creating thermal compression that makes the lower atmosphere increasingly unstable. Just a small change in wind or pressure can trigger explosive thunderstorm development, potentially spawning tornadoes at any moment. In Louisiana and Mississippi, many low-lying areas with poor drainage can flood within just a few hours of heavy rainfall. In recent years, unusually intense localized rainfall has overwhelmed urban drainage systems that were never designed for such bursts. When combined with potential rainfall of up to 3 inches in a short period, deep street flooding becomes highly possible. Major roadways such as I-20 and I-55 may face significant impacts, triggering chain reaction travel disruptions. Long lines of vehicles stretching for dozens of kilometers in heavy rain are far from uncommon in this region. For those planning long-distance driving this week, meteorologists strongly advise constant monitoring and avoiding travel during peak thunderstorm activity. With wind gusts reaching 60-70 mph, large trucks, RVs, and even SUVs can become unstable, especially when hit by crosswinds. Medium-sized hail can also damage windshields and severely reduce visibility, making vehicle control dangerous. The expanding cold air moving eastward also means many southern states will feel their first real chill of the season during the holiday. Areas such as Tennessee, Georgia, and the Carolinas we'll see nighttime temperatures drop sharply, with even light frost possible in higher elevations. In Florida, especially the Panhandle, nighttime temperatures may fall below seasonal averages, creating a sharp contrast to the persistent heat and humidity of recent weeks. But all of this is only the beginning of a broader phase of atmospheric volatility. After Thanksgiving, weather models are starting to show more alarming signals. A powerful low-pressure system in the west appears to be strengthening as it interacts with a moisture-rich southern airstream and cold air from the north. When these three elements converge, a winter storm can reach significant intensity, bringing heavy snow from New Mexico to Iowa and Minnesota. If the projected pattern holds, this could be one of the first major snow events of the 2025-2026 winter season. Across the southeast, warm Gulf moisture will be drawn sharply northward into the storm circulation. This opens the door to a heightened risk of severe thunderstorms and potentially a medium-scale tornado outbreak within 48 hours. States such as Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and Georgia lie within the highest risk zone. Meanwhile, states in the mid-Atlantic, including Virginia, Maryland, and the Carolinas, may experience extended periods of heavy rainfall. Notably, some long-range models even suggest the possibility of a small tropical disturbance forming in the Gulf of Mexico in early December, although the hurricane season is nearly over. Abnormal years sometimes still produce late-season systems when sea surface temperatures remain warm and upper-level winds are weak. While the probability of a tropical storm forming is low, any disturbance that develops amid an already chaotic weather pattern deserves close monitoring. All the data indicates that we are entering a stretch of days in which the weather no longer follows traditional patterns. From heavy snow in the north, severe thunderstorms in the south, deep cold in the east, to the potential for winter storms in the west. All are clear signs of the atmosphere's instability this year. As tens of millions of Americans prepare for the holiday, monitoring the weather becomes more important than ever. This is a time when even minor atmospheric changes can determine the safety of your travel plans. We will continue to update every new development, every emergency alert, and every shift in forecast models to help you stay fully informed. Please stay tuned to our next weather bulletin, as the coming hours will be extremely sensitive, the period when these systems begin entering their most active phase.